So what is going on, guys? I'm BlackOpsAmazing. Welcome back to another video on the channel where, well, it looks like they are back. All of the developers for Call of Duty Infinity Ward, Treyarch, Sledgehammer, Raven, obviously everyone has been on holiday over the past few weeks now, so not too much has been going on surrounding COD to do with updates. We definitely haven't got anything major, but even these smaller fixes, which we know games like Vanguard Zombies definitely need, we haven't really seen any progress on the game over the past few weeks, as you'd expect, because the developers, just like everybody else, have been on holiday. I have seen so many people on Twitter asking for them to fix the game, to give us a pause button already, a wonder weapon, pack-a-punch camo, but obviously they can't fix things if they're not in the studio. However, we are at that time of year now, the beginning of January, where everyone is beginning to return to work, including the developers. So after a week or two of silence, just the other day, Sledgehammer tweeted their first tweet of the year. They said the break is officially over, and we know you all have been patiently waiting for updates. We're happy to share a few of the changes that will be coming soon to Vanguard. Of course, this is for the multiplayer side of the game, since it is Treyarch that do the zombies. We'll get onto what they say in just a second. But a few changes that Sledgehammer will be making. They've said changes to help with the completion of Panzerfaust challenges, perk adjustments to help counter all things fire. I know a lot of people have been calling this fire warfare. I personally haven't played the multiplayer on this game for quite a while now, but I have seen everyone complaining about the incendiaries. Also, a weapon balancing pass, sniper buffs and shotgun nerfs, and a tweak to the motor barrage to reduce duration. They then finished off by saying, thank you for your patience while we're working behind the scenes. You can expect more frequent updates now that we're back, with more to come this week. So that was what Sledgehammer said upon their return. Raven Software tweeted this, some patch notes to do with Warzone. I'm not going to go through all of these, but essentially they said, happy 2022, we're excited to be back to work. Here's the first of many updates we are working towards over the coming months. Look for more updates soon and keep the feedback coming. And then the final of the three developers that are working on this game is of course Treyarch, and their return tweet said, we hope everyone had a safe and restful holiday break. Our mid-season Vanguard Zombies update drops on Tuesday, and with January the 15th coming up next Saturday, we figured we'd post our 115-day blog a bit earlier than usual this year with all of the details. Stay tuned next week. So Season 1 Reloaded is dropping next week on Tuesday. If we just take a look at the roadmap to see what we're going to be getting, we've already had things like the new objective, which is Purge, new covenants, new weapons and challenges. Those all came at the beginning of Season 1, but the stuff on the bottom here, the Tomb of Rituals, the new region, support kill streaks and weapon updates, all of these will be coming next Tuesday. So that's what we can expect to see next week, and we'll be getting more information on exactly what all of these are as well. Just like the content that we got for Zombies at the beginning of Season 1, the new objective and covenants, was that enough to last us the 1 month we've been waiting until Season 1 Reloaded, which is next week? I don't think so. I would say that content lasted people probably a day or two, if that. So will the content we are getting next week in Season 1 Reloaded be the same? Is that going to last us a month until Season 2, or will it just last us 1 or 2 games? As far as I'm aware from what I can remember, the Tomb of Rituals is going to allow us to upgrade our field upgrades, something that I totally forgot we could do before in Cold War. I never even thought that feature was missing from this game. And even though I'm happy that's coming, just like the Covenant system, because the upgrade system in Vanguard works differently to Cold Wars, it means we don't really have anything to grind towards. All this is going to mean once you add Tomb of Rituals into the game is you will now have to go to an even higher round in order to fully upgrade everything. And once you've done it once, you don't necessarily want to do it again. Or if you do, well, most people only stick to one field upgrade anyway, so the other 3 in the game are just going to go to waste. I'm not a big fan of the upgrade system in Cold War. It doesn't add any replayability. Well, it does a little bit, but nothing compared to what we've just had in Cold War. So that combined with a new region, that will mean we'll have a total of 5 regions in the game now, if I'm not wrong, or 6. Still nowhere near enough. And then support kill streaks is good, and weapon updates, that could really mean anything. So it's content, I guess, but I still don't think it's enough to last us the 1 month we have to wait now until Season 2. But something that I did pick up on is when it says we are getting weapon updates in Season 1, a lot of people have been speculating, could that mean they are going to add a wonder weapon into the game? Or a ray gun? Because none of those at this moment in time exist in Vanguard Zombies. As Treyarch said on their return tweet, 115 Day is coming up next Saturday on January the 15th. I can't remember if we got anything special for previous 115 Days. In Black Ops 4 we did get some double XP, some double Divinium. Again, in Cold War for 115 Day we got double XP. I also think around that time they unveiled the next DLC map, which was Firebase C. Treyarch do, on this tweet, make it sound like we could be getting something interesting. Then again, we could just get double XP like we usually do. But people have been speculating, also because of what it says we are getting in season, where it mentions weapon updates, that maybe they're going to add a wonder weapon into Duran Fang or a ray gun? Personally, I don't know. I don't want to get anyone excited. All I'm going to say for that one is we'll just have to wait and see. But with everyone now back in the studio, this should mean that small progress at least should start to be made on not only adding content into this game, but fixing it. When a pause button is going to come, I don't know. We are now, what, a month and a half into this game's life cycle. There still aren't any signs of that. We still don't have a Pack-a-Punch camo. There are basics missing from this game that need to be fixed first, in my opinion, before they even begin to add content like maps or Easter eggs. Treyarch have already told us that the Easter egg for Duran Fang is coming after Season 1, so I can only assume that's sometime in Season 2. I don't imagine we're going to have to wait until Season 3 for that. So say if the main Easter egg is a month away, the pause button better come before that, because I am not going to do a main Easter egg without there being a pause button. It's almost impossible unless you can remember exactly off the top of your head what each step is. Most people, me included, need to pause the game in order to complete a main Easter egg. So yeah, the Season 1 Reloaded content in Zombies drops next Tuesday, and next Saturday on January the 15th, that is 115 days, so maybe we'll get some double XP or something more valuable. We'll just have to wait for them to release a few more details. And finally, just finishing this video off, staying on the topic of Activision products, but slightly moving over to something not so good. Something I spoke about a few weeks now was where a bunch of QA testers at Raven were laid off. Now, you'd think that was a weird decision on Activision's part, just because looking at the state that Call of Duty is in, yes, Raven works on Warzone, but even that right now, from what I've seen a lot of people saying, isn't in the best state. Part of a QA tester's job is to, as the title states, test the game, make sure that everything works, there's no bugs and glitches. They go through that pain so we don't have to. So you would think, looking at Warzone right now, Raven would need more QA testers, not less. That was something I spoke about a few weeks ago, but a couple of days ago, ABK tweeted, "Today is the third week in which employees across the company are striking in solidarity with Raven QA in response to a surprise layoff." Having had no response from our leadership, Raven QA sent the following letter earlier today. I'm not going to go through all of the letter. If you want to, you can check it out on their Twitter, but ABK did put out a bunch of tweets detailing this further, where they said, prior to the layoffs of 12 Raven testers, Raven QA, a department consisting of more than 35 people, had only 4 full-time employees. The rest of Raven's QA testers were considered temporary, although some have been at the studio for up to 4 years and worked on nearly half a dozen Call of Duty titles. Rather than give the entire team the full-time positions they long deserved, Activision slashed Raven's already understaffed QA department by a third. The extra workload this creates will inevitably be passed on to testers at Activision's QA Minnesota and QA Texas locations, which combined employ over 800 temporary employees and contractors and just 31 regular full-time employees. If Activision is truly committed to the well-being of their teams, they will stop exploiting their QA workers through the use of temporary contracts. Now, I don't know every single detail on this situation. Obviously, the people at Raven aren't happy with this because they're going on strike, and as is mentioned here, the workload from those QA testers that were sacked off now goes to other people at Raven, people who are already overworked. Because I don't 100% know everything, I did see a couple of interesting replies. This person said, so a company with almost 10,000 employees didn't extend their contract with 12 contractors. They did, however, promote 500 contractors to full-time employees with pay increases and benefits. Someone else said, no one cares. They gave out 500 full-time jobs. Forget about the woke community that thinks they're more important. So obviously there's a lot more behind the scenes that I don't know, but I just thought I'd let you know the latest on what's going on with Activision as well, since every other week there's always some new story to talk about on them. Anyway, there we go, that is it. That is all I have for you for today's video. As always, hopefully you have enjoyed. If you have, drop a like rating, make sure you are subscribed to stay up to date with the latest videos on the channel. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and as always, I'll see you in the next video. Until then, goodbye.